Yo, what is good, everyone? It's your boy Matt 730 GWZ. That's right, I'm back here with my boy Eric. Today we're going to be doing a mid skin fade. That's right, we had him on here a couple weeks ago, but we're going to drop his fade down lower. I'm going to show you guys how we do our enhancements, how we rock our tools, how we do our thing. So right now we have the Saber trimmers by S.CRAFT. I use these trimmers to bust down all my hair down to the skin. This is my go-to to bring everything down. Now, as you guys know, if you guys have watched some of my videos, I do use separate trimmers for lining up. These are the trimmers I use to take everything straight down to the skin. Following that, I will use my Rebel shaver, and this is the shaver I use to bring down all the skin underneath my Saber trimmer. So if you guys don't have any of these tools, make sure you guys go check them out. You get them on the S.CRAFT Pro website. You could use discount code 730 GWeezy. Save yourself 10% off everything that you put into your shopping cart and purchase. So make sure you guys go check that out. Now, I will go right after that with my Instinct clipper, lever open, creating a guideline that is approximately a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, depending on how gradient I want my fade. That's where I will put my guideline. Following that, I will put my 1.5 guard on, and now I'm coming straight completely up off of his head, not following his head shape, but coming straight up off the top. If you guys can imagine putting a flat edge on the side of his head, say a comb or whatever, and holding it vertical flat against his head, wherever that comb comes off of his head, that's how I would go with the clipper blade as well. So following my 1.5, I will throw my 1 guard on, following the same thing, coming off at the same exact point of the head, straight up, following straight up. I will come up and blend into the 1.5 with my 1 guard closed. I do not start with my 1 guard open because I did start my last guard with a 1.5. So if I do put my 1 guard on to open it back up, is still a 1.5. So I would be backtracking steps and doing the same thing. And we're not about wasting time. We want to get to the final result as fast as we can. Immediately after that, I will throw on my 0 guard, which is the 16th for all you guys that know, and I will start working my fade down. So I will take my 0 guard, flick up into the 1 guard that I just blended into the 1.5 guard. Now I do not start with my 0 guard open, I start it with it closed, flicking up and out, still following the same shape that I did with the 1.5 guard. So I'm basically following the same thing I did with the 1.5 guard. You always come straight off the head, straight up, not into the round, blend it into your last guard. Now I will take all the guards off my Instincts now, and I will start with my lever open, and I will start lever playing. I will start with my lever open, then closed. I'm getting rid of that bottom line, and when I open it, I'm just getting rid of dark spots. As you guys can see, I'm picking with the corners of my blades. That's going to help me get rid of dark spots, and I am only using the last tooth on the blade. So I will work that back and forth, and when I find myself happy with the results, I will go in with my trimmer, and the same exact thing I did with the clipper, I will do with the trimmer now. I will use the last tooth and just pick out dark spots that I see inside of my fade. And I'll work that back and forth until I'm happy or satisfied with the gradients or blend that I have created on the side of the head. Now we'll get my X Ergos. Sometimes I like my X Ergos. That's also a clipper that I do enjoy doing my detailing with. Sometimes when I can't get it out with my Instincts, I will go to my Ergos. For some reason, I just feel real comfortable with those. and I will start picking out with that. Now, as you guys can see now, I have my texturizing shears and just hitting the top of the parietal ridge area, the crown of the head where it turns in, just getting rid of some dark spots. As you guys can see now, I have my one, I open it, and I'm just flicking out the corners, just getting rid of some dark spots. As you guys can see, there's some dark spots up there. My client does brush his hair forward, so as you can see right there, I did brush his hair forward. I try to keep the hair in the direction that it will be going, because that's how people are going to be seeing the fade or the gradients that you are creating on the side of his head. So as you guys can see right there, I'm happy with that. Hit up his verticals right there. Just make sure that's nice and clean, nice and crispy. As I said before, we are going to be applying some hair enhancement, so I'm just tapping all these lines, creating a little guide for my enhancement card that I will be using to apply my hair enhancements. Now, my hair enhancements I will be using is a BARBERCULTURE brand hair dye. You can find that on barberculturebrand.com. As you guys know, that is my brand. We sell airbrushes, dyes, and a bunch of other barber tools. Right now I'm pushing his hair how I would style it, or how he would style it. I'm using all my Uplift products. I actually use the pomade there. Just styling it how I would, and then I'm going straight into my hair enhancements. Like I said, you guys could find all these hair enhancements, everything that I use in this video, on barberculturebrand.com. So make sure you guys go check that out. Doing his verticals. Now I lined up his front, just hitting that with my airbrush. Got my hair enhancement card, just darkening it up. Now I'll come in with my hair fibers. As you guys can see, I'm just pumping hair fibers into those light spots that were in his corners of his hairline where it was lightened. As you guys can see there, I darkened it up. I will spray it with some hairspray after, and then I will go in with my lineup trimmers, which happen to be my Instincts, and I will actually make that line nice and crispy. So as you guys can see right there in the corners of his lineups, it was light, but because I applied the black hair enhancements and the hair fibers, it darkened it up a very good amount. Now I just went in with my Instinct trimmers, lined that up nice and crispy, and now I'm going in there with my blade and just cleaning up that nice line, making everything nice and dark. As you guys can see right there, it's nice and crispy now. I will start applying some enhancements onto his beard now. As you guys can see, I use my hair enhancement card and I go right for the angled part first. And I'm not going too dark, I'm not going too crazy. I don't want it to look too fake, but I just want it to bust open that line and make it nice and hard looking. Now as you guys can see right there, that is with my hair enhancement applied and the hair fibers. Make sure you guys go check that out, barberculturebrand.com. I hope you guys like this video, and I'm sorry I missed 2 weeks. Something went wrong with my microphone, but I will be back here again next week. Hope to see you guys soon. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this, and it really helped my page. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.